The Spin-off Podcast Network.
This is Kiwi is back for a brand new season with more inspiring kōrero from special guests including rugby player, father and role model TJ Perenara.
My family bring me joy. Rugby brings me joy too, but it's not the same joy as my family brings me.
And global dancer and choreographer Kirsten Dodgen.
For some reason, people think I'm very intimidating.
Listen to the new season of This is Kiwi, brought to you by the Spin-off Podcast Network in collaboration with KiwiBank. Available now wherever you get your podcasts.
Talofa lover, I'm Madeline Chapman, editor at The Spin-off. If you have the means, consider supporting our high-quality journalism by becoming a Spin-off member. Sign up now at thespinoff.co.nz/donate.
Real Pod 2.
Like
quotation marks.
Yeah.
Hashtag
That's of all of the Real Pod movies, Real Pod 2 is my favourite. That was the vibe.
Kia ora koutou, welcome along to the Real Pod.
No.
What?
No.
Too real, too podious. Whoa.
What is
Whoa.
happening? Kia ora, I'm Jane. Joined by Alex Casey, Duncan Grieve. We're on the Brain Juice. We're on the Adepa.
Hell yeah.
Unsponsored.
Unsponsored.
Can you believe? I've already said this off mic, and this is only useful for you. But like that whole bottle fits in this one glass.
More example of Alex Casey's just complete command of audio as a format.
I'm always amazed when a vessel of drink fits into a glass because I'm always
It's
like, I'm going to get
amazing.
2 cups out of that. And I'm like, I just got the one.
You
But
always
it's
think
quite a
it'll go
big glass
forever.
and it's quite full.
It's
so-
voluminous.
yes.
Voluminous?
Voluminous. Voluminous.
I think that does sound like a villain, like a sort of a distant Marvel Cinematic Universe
It's in Real
villain.
Pod 2. Voluminous is coming for you.
Be careful.
It's going to be one of those podcasts, I'm afraid, or you're welcome, I'm not sure. Take it as you will. We're going to be recapping briefly The Masked Singer coming up.
When we said brain juice, did we say what that was, or did we just?
Arepa.
Arepa, everyone knows. And we're also going to be talking about The Block. Actually, probably we'll talk a long time about Masked Singer and not very long about The Block because not a lot happened on The Block this week.
And the reveal on my single, it wasn't Mikey Havoc level, and it was also manifest. It was still fun.
It was fun.
It was fun.
I mean, we knew it, but had we not known it, it would have been big.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But anyway, we've got some real news. So let's crack on to the real news. I had an April's Angels dream come true on Friday.
Wow, April's
What's that?
Angels.
April's Angels was like a TV show where April Idemia went round and made people's dreams come true.
Oh my god.
The things we put on our TVs back in the day,
I
so
know,
great.
so wholesome. Anyway, it happened to me, but without April. It was actually like a PR person for MediaWorks got in touch early afternoon on Friday and said, "What are you doing at 5:30?" And I was like, "I'm not sure. I might be, but what do you want?" You can't ask that question without any context. Don't expect someone to just commit. Anyway, and she was like, "Do you want to go on Today FM?"
I heard this.
I heard this too.
It's magical.
Oh, thank you. They found out through someone listening to the Real Pod, some little ears on the old pod, that I was a bit of a fan. And I got in there and I did some beers and ideas with Lloyd, and it was such a good time. Their studio is extremely flash.
It's up there with ours, isn't
It's-
it?
They have
close.
snakes in it.
They don't have snakes in there. No, they don't have jelly snakes. They
Hats.
had
What kind of hats do they have?
they don't have any. No hats.
Not what? Not a what?
No, well, this is why Duncan's saying almost at the level of our studio, but not quite there.
I see.
But it was amazing, and I had the best time, and I'm just waiting for that job offer to roll on.
Honestly,
in.
professional radio lady.
Thank you. I did actually do a degree in radio and graduated from that 23 years ago. So it's all
Summa cum
finally,
laude?
yeah, it's all finally coming in handy.
Wow.
All those years, all that money.
What was it that Mr. Lloyd Burr kept calling you by accident? He kept getting your job title wrong.
Oh, chief. He called me at one point chief editor of podcasts.
Podcast division.
Which is great. It's actually, Duncan, I need to talk to you about a title change.
Yeah?
Yeah, chief editor of the podcast division.
Whatever Lloyd says.
Very catchy. But the best bit was when I first got in there and he introduced me, he played a bit of The Real Pod. The Real Pod has been on Today FM. It was the bit where I did a sign-off where I was like, Jane Yee, Today FM. And they clipped it, chucked it on the radio.
That's crazy.
And now I've decided I've got a bucket list of things I want to do.
Okay.
Well, yeah, maybe we need to sign up to
$2.
APRA
$2 cash.
and then register that as a song. All right.
I don't know if you can do that in retrospect, can you?
I think so.
Anyway, that was my big moment.
Corn song, man. Surely he's getting paid.
I said to the
In
producer,
retrospect.
did someone pull out last minute? Because it seemed weird that you called me this afternoon. She's like, no, just sometimes it's just we forget we've got the segment. And I was like, I smell a rat, but I'm going to take it anyway.
I actually heard Lloyd. I've become like you and become a compulsive Today FM listener, and heard Lloyd chatting about local. I'm going to do a plug here. Local body elections and how you know who to vote for. Well, it's Wednesday now. Policy Local is live on the spinoff.co.nz.
We had a baby.
We do. It's the third time we've had the same baby. Poor little fella.
The name broke, don't fix it, you know?
That's right, and it's a place where you can look up all the candidates from your local elections, wards and mayoralty, and find out what they're about. So check it out.
Check it out. Also check out our TikTok. We did a recap, a react.
The Real Pod reacts.
A real react of the Celebrity Treasure Island teaser that came out.
Yeah, but who edited it and when did they finish editing it? Is my big question for you.
When did they put it on Slack?
This is gonna explain a lot of
how are their work-life boundaries?
How my performance on this podcast goes today. Here's the context. I edited a big long TikTok till 1 a.m. last night, and then went, shit, better watch the block.
In the night.
In the night time.
Wow.
So I got to bed at 2. I know there's 3 hours of block. Spoiler alert. I did a truncated watch. But yeah, go and watch that
It's
TikTok. Give us a
cracking.
like. It's on the spin-off's TikTok.
Is the TikTok supposed to take that long to edit?
No, absolutely not.
Well, like, for example, Mr. Beast does like one every 3 months or something, so I'm sure that takes a long time. I think they can take as long as you
I've been
want.
watching a lot of Mr. Beast.
Oh my God, come hang out
recently.
with my children.
Can I?
Yes.
That man does so many
He puts
outrageous things.
Orbeez and pools. Have you seen that one?
I've seen that one.
Oh God!
I've seen
And
that
then
one.
giving away Lambos. Because my kids are all about the Lambos. I'm like, reality check.
Unbelievable. When
Remember
he
reality
goes around with
check?
his credit card.
Should we play that sting just
Yeah,
now,
I
just
was
for old
gonna
time's
say.
sake?
Let's do
Just
it.
play
Roll it.
I have 4 weeks to decide if I'm going to drop my entire philosophy.
I am disgusted at how much you have copied my husband.
It's fine. Don't even
Nice time.
Yeah. We should bring back the stings. I
We
know
got this.
I was the one who brought rid of the stings.
Well, the crazy thing is that right now, while this very pod, you're listening to this, it's just come out on a Wednesday, is that right now, even though you're listening to us, we are in a massive strategic meeting, the 3 of us.
Oh, we are.
Wow.
Yeah.
I hope we're having a nice time.
We're having the best
We're
time.
actually not.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
No, we had one a few hours ago. Man, time, it warps.
Anyway, yeah, the CTR looks amazing. We don't need to talk about it here because we've already talked
Go
about it in
listen
the
to the
feed.
pod. Go watch the TikTok.
And what else is happening?
Is my birthday on the weekend?
I was getting to that. Look, it's written right.
Is it written there? Show me.
She's
typing
She's
right
typing.
now. I'm
not.
She is typing.
Several people are typing.
This is very
Ignore
like.
where the cursor is. It says Alex B Day. So
Oh, that's nice. That looks.
It's like when Tafinga was asked for James Roque's guess.
okay, so here we go.
Very good.
Here we go. Happy. You don't need to sing. But do we figure out if the copyright?
I think that you should get in on this.
Can we do harmony? Okay, ready? And go. Happy birthday to you.
Oh my god.
Happy birthday to you.
I'm waiting for the big high note.
Happy birthday, dear Alex. I thought you were going to have it. Happy birthday to you.
And that's Jane Yee Masked Singer 2023.
That's also going on APRA.
So that's my next bucket list. April Eremia's April's Angels is I need to do reality TV because I know this is the thing. It can happen now, right?
Dreams.
Because I've had my Today FM dream come true. Next is reality TV, and then Edna was on Celebrity Treasure Island last year, and now she's on Shortland Street, so that's on the list as well.
Shorty, I've
And then
been on
getting
Shortland Street, haven't I?
getting in Orbeez pool with.
But do you mean
Mr.
like
Beast.
a part on Shortland
Yeah,
Street?
she's got a part. She's going to be Kelsey Bowers, a soon-to-be single mother. Oh, soon-to-be single mother. Does that mean
That's a
the
bit
dad's
of
about to
foreshadowing.
pop it, or is she not born the baby
Oh
yet?
man, I just remembered some like hectic gossip that I can't say on mic. So I need to tell you both.
That is the
Especially you, Jane.
that is the worst.
Yeah,
by the way,
yeah.
doing that.
I know.
What a rotten person.
The Cornies really love it when you guys do that kind of shit.
Well, I can freely talk about my birthday.
Oh, sorry, sorry. Yeah.
Thank you for that beautiful song, by the way. I went to Butterfly Creek for my birthday. I don't know if you have ever been to Butterfly Creek
Many
before.
times.
Many
It
times.
was very important to me to go there to celebrate turning 31, be the only childless couple in the entire establishment. I didn't realise just how many butterflies there were.
Yeah, a lot, and it's warm. Hey,
Oh, it's hot. Take your glasses off.
It's a hot house.
Get rid of it. But not a single butterfly would land on me. Why?
Why?
They were landing on everybody.
Yeah.
Joe was covered in them. His hair, the butterflies were nesting in his hair, and
Yeah.
I started putting it about a bit because I got a little daffodil,
Yeah.
for Daffodil Day. And I was going like this.
You were trying to
get
see them.
butterflies.
Maybe the butterflies don't
I was
like
flaunting
that.
my bosom. And nary a butterfly would take the bait.
Seems like a great thing to do in an establishment riddled with children.
Yeah, and be real hot and real angry.
Yeah.
And it's just kids everywhere, and I'm like, I don't fucking believe this. It's my birthday.
Oh,
Did you have a little tenty?
I was very hot. And then I started to get actually quite frightened of the butterflies when they did come
well,
near
that's
me.
the thing. Okay, so
They swoop.
my children, whenever they've had a butterfly, they love the idea, and then the butterfly lands on them, and they freak out and start screaming. I'm like, don't kill the butterfly! Like, if you kill the butterfly, I don't know what happens here. Do we get arrested? This is it can only end in bad things. So I think it must have been frustrating for you to watch children have the butterfly land, which is what you so desired, and they didn't really appreciate it for what it was.
Yeah, but no, I had a great time.
Dinosaurs, you said just like Jurassic
Jurassic Park. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I was telling I here, and then there's a shed of mystical beings. Have you seen that?
Did you do the whole thing?
Of course I did the whole
Did
thing.
you do the train ride?
Didn't do the train ride.
Money. Oh, you
Drew
could
a
do
line.
it.
Do the-
Really?
do
Because
the
I
train.
think that's the best
It
part.
is. I was like, I'm not a fucking baby.
Why won't the butterflies land on me?
I'm too proud for the train.
I actually think the train is that and the petting zoo are the
petting
ones
zoo's
you got to do.
Petting zoo is terrific.
Yeah.
Although, have you seen a horse penis before?
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Ban them.
Ban them.
Say no more. Honestly, it's probably a good thing you didn't do the train because you've got a reason to go back.
True.
And also to hopefully get a butterfly land on you.
I'm going to dress as at the end of Midsummer, if you've seen that movie where she's wearing a giant floral gown, and I'm just going to sit and wait.
Just dress up as a flower. Hang on, you could borrow Masked Singer mask, the petal, the one that Antonia Regal Rose.
Regal Rose.
You just swan in there and they'll be covered in them.
But then they won't know it's me in the photos.
the butterflies wouldn't know it was you.
I don't know who they are either.
No. Your people?
I feel like people would definitely know.
It was me. Regal.
There's almost no one else who could plausibly be that.
One frustrating thing I find about Butterfly Creek is that there's this cool like ropes course or something next door that looks like it's part of Butterfly Creek, but it's not. So you walk in there and you're like, oh, this is another cool thing. I can't do it. Not that I would. Who am I kidding? I wouldn't go on a ropes course.
Or would you?
No, 100% wouldn't. So there you go.
Also got some great gifts from my mum, as I shared with you last night in the group chat.
Yes.
Discontinued Mills and Boon erotica book
Yeah.
from
Was
the
it?
library. Yeah, it was called The Forbidden Surgeon or something.
No,
I don't wanna
Playboy
make-
surgeon.
The Forbidden Playboy
I
Surgeon.
don't want to make your birthday about me,
But
but when I was 6, my mother famously, when I say famously, story that goes around my family, caught me reading Mills and Boons. I was a voracious
Precocious?
voracious reader, and my book of choice Mills and Bones.
Wow.
So
I
They're
probably,
quite-
sexy.
I
they're
probably
dirty
thought,
books,
I
aren't
probably
they?
read it, you know? When I was probably read
You
it
know about
4
Playboy
10 ago. Oh,
Surgeon?
God.
I didn't realise that because I thought historically they were supposed to have sort of painterly, some Fabio-looking guy
Yeah.
type covers, whereas your one looked more like 50 Shades-ish.
Modern Mills.
Yeah.
Modern Mills, but I had flicked through last night. Filth. I thought it was just sort of like a nice, like, you know, kissy kind of romance, but it's like proper.
It's modern. It's
Thrusting.
modern.
It's proper getting, yeah. And I was like, thanks, Mum. And also a big peace medallion.
Yeah, what?
Like a costume jewellery for like a hippie costume.
I'm just trying to figure out, is Mum having a lull or is she like, Alex would love these?
Mum is moving house. In a way.
Say no more.
And the other gift she gave me was a book that I had asked for that she got out for me from the library.
Wow.
And wrapped
so got
it.
you like a future
And she
chore.
gave it to me and she said, I need that back in a month. And I said, thank you, Mum.
Your mum's very eco-conscious. Remember,
is.
you gave me a puzzle for my birthday that I had
You gave
lent to
me.
you.
Yeah, that's where I
and
get it
you
from.
gave it to your mum, and then your mum gave it back to you, and then you gave it to me, and you didn't realise it was my puzzle
That's
to
right.
begin with. Yeah, Circle of Life.
Yeah.
Should we talk about The Masked Singer?
Yep.
Okay. Masked Singer, Magic Monster. I don't know who the fuck he is. Help me out. Throw me a bone here.
No idea.
Duncan, did you?
Yeah.
You watched?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I'm 2 straight weeks now. Entertaining show. Oh, you mean who is in the... I don't know who's in the costumes. Though, Bridges, well, to be fair, I did get the press release that goes out at the end of every episode. And this time, normally they say the name of the package, the character, and then it gets cut off.
The package singer.
Sorry, this is all very Mills and Bone. But this one, that they had Bridges in the subject line, so it was spoiled for me. But as soon as he started singing, I was like, I think I would have known. Like he had the Bridges timbre.
It was the talking for me. When even with the very disguised voice, you could still hear that beautiful. And Anika made fun of his accent, which I
Yeah,
didn't think
the
was a
swimming.
nice
No, we're not doing
time.
that anymore.
No, I love.
We're not doing that ever.
No.
But if you were doing it, we're not doing it anymore.
Stop it.
But what I was impressed by was the way he moved. Because I was like, I didn't know that he had that in him. Because it's kind of...
I don't know if you
Had a
noticed
thing.
when he did his live singing, a lot of very, very wide, far away shots, because when they busted in close, I think easily, love you, Simon, well, easily the worst lip sync we've had so far. Just not even close, you know? But he really moved. That final performance, he was like, now you know who I am. He was all like jazzed up, and he just was all over the
I loved
stage. He
it.
kept dropping out of frame, like he kept kind of like dropping down onto his
Yeah.
knees, and the camera person couldn't keep up, and they were having to like tilt down.
Has anyone ever had a better time than Simon Bridges freed from the yoke
No
of
one has
politics?
ever
The podcast,
better
the
time.
song.
Which he didn't even plug. They gave him like a giant opening.
Well,
and he was just
because
like-
it was shot ages ago. I don't think he had the podcast. I don't even think it was a conversation back then.
No,
it was shot.
definitely
This was shot in
combo.
February.
No, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
We had nothing to
Well,
plug.
it was shot ages ago.
No, because he was still in Parley in Feb.
Was he?
And they were referring to him not doing that. They didn't have the inside information.
Don't do
I reckon it was like
politics.
May.
I like when he takes his hat off that his hair looked really bad.
So
You
bad.
love that every week.
Do I?
Yeah.
Have I said that before?
Yeah.
I thought that was an amazing original
Well,
idea.
great insight.
It was an
Casey.
original idea, but it was your own original idea.
But it was, yeah. It was
But
quite
also,
charming.
he didn't do a good job of teasing out the mask removal. Like he
No.
just whipped it off. He didn't muck around.
Oh, he tried.
Yeah,
But
not very hard though.
what about him saying, "You make me feel like a natural woman"?
Yeah.
Bold. Gender switch.
yeah.
But also, hang on, wasn't that the song that Paula Bennett sang in the bus? The viral video. It was. I only just clicked. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
When they're on the
my
campaign
God.
trail.
Saying ye by lunchtime.
Thank you.
Paula Bennett sings Natural Woman.
And she's just started up a podcast too. So there's some weird. Have we ever
I
seen the two
know.
of them?
I know,
Have
that
we
is
ever seen the
crazy.
two of them in the same place at the same time? Is Simon Bridges,
Well, no,
Paula Bennett?
we have a lot.
Okay.
But his is a vodcast too.
What does that mean?
That's a video podcast. They used to call it that. They don't anymore.
She's also got a bloody reality show coming out soon, Rich Listers. The
Ooh.
real
So,
estate
can
show.
Rich
I just
Listings.
say, when you asked
Oh, yeah.
when you asked the
Oh, maybe it is
question,
Rich
has
Listings.
anyone ever had such a good time as Simon Bridges now that he's freed from the shackles of politics? Maybe the answer is Paula Bennett.
She's doing Give Us a Clue as
But
well.
she had a good time in politics.
She did too.
Whereas Simon had a bad time.
Okay, anyway, Magic Monster, back to Magic Monster. Everyone's guessing sports people, rugby players, Piri Wepu, Jerome Kano. He has something about putting on a show, sleight of hand to create such magic. Parts of international career so tragic. All I could think about, truly, was Heath Davis.
They would have
I
had
know.
no idea.
I know.
Could be a great get for now.
I know. I just, sometimes you just wedge the clues in to make them work for you.
He missed the mark. Not relying on voodoo tricks, my voice is enchanted just like my kicks.
Well,
Kicks.
the other reason I was thinking of Heath Davis is Mark Richardson played cricket, didn't he? Missed the mark. Bit of a stretch. Carry on, kicks. What's kicks?
No, I don't know.
And then,
Kicks like
then
a
there's the
rugby
weird
ball.
thing about 12 at the end, which is not a number for
Used to competing in teams of 12.
any sport.
So that was me going, a cricket team has 11 people and a coach.
I just don't think you'd call that a team of 12.
No, what is that then?
The only one was they did sort of go, is it rugby league where the balance of the team is 12? But that's weird.
No. Maybe it's not sport. How many in a Scrabble team, you know?
One.
Alex?
Is it Fortnite?
Fortnite? You think it's a gamer?
That'd be amazing with esports legend no one's heard of.
Can I just say, speaking of esports, I've been watching Players. I've binged the whole lot
Oh,
on
you into
TV.
it?
It's so good. It's so good. I'm obsessed.
Is that the one that there's the
So we're doing Rex
the
now.
mockumentary?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, Joe watched all of it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
that's
watch it. Bad Sisters, anyone?
Huh? No.
Apple TV?
No.
Very funny.
Okay.
It's, okay, fine, Jesus. And
No, I'm just, like,
It's got the
mentally-
lady from Catastrophe in it.
I'm mentally
Very funny
adding
lady.
it to my list of much TV to watch.
They're hour-long episodes, and it's kind of like it's kind of queasily halfway between a comedy and a sort of a noirish murder show, but it really handles both of its business.
Great. And that was our Real Pod Recommends.
Also watched The Rehearsal.
All of it?
No, I'm like halfway through.
I just watched one episode. No, two episodes.
The man's gone too far.
Yeah, that's the word.
That's my word, yeah. But I think I'm too stupid to understand it as well. So.
Don't worry. The whole internet is saying, is it real? That's not the point, because no one understands it, and that's the only way that they can describe it. It's like, it's not the point, but we can't tell you what the point is.
It's just good to watch TV.
It's nice to watch TV.
TV's back,
We don't
actually.
do enough of TV watching.
Nestling down on the couch to watch House of Dragon, and I didn't even fall asleep last night. And I was like, I like this.
Didn't even fall asleep last night at all. Like,
No, I didn't
scared
fall
of
asleep during. I
dragons.
fell asleep during the first episode.
Oh
for
yeah,
context.
yeah, same.
Well, yeah.
I didn't fall asleep last night at all, by the way. TikTok.
You're still, yeah.
You're flying. Hey, should we watch
No.
Masked Singer?
Yep.
I'm just concerned.
Just in terms of you saying TV's back, I just want to say we knew it all along. The Real Pod has we've been watching it the whole way through. So
Somewhat reluctantly, a little grumpily at times, as if we were Alex Casey in a butterfly house. But we have stayed with the bit.
okay, I'm still going with P Diggs for Magic Monster. By the way,
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that's
God.
my guess.
I like the Jerome Kano guess.
Okay,
I don't know why. I just feel like it would be exciting.
it's yours. No one has ever guessed it, especially not the judges on the panel.
No.
I don't know. Ruru Chick saying hi, love. Sharon guessed Erin Simpson, and I was just loved hearing Erin's name
That
on the show.
felt like a nod, eh?
Yeah.
A little wink.
James Roque correctly, as we are sure, correctly guessed Laura Daniel. And then everyone else was like, oh, of course. Of course.
Who seems to want to guess correctly rather than comedically.
Yeah. Simon Bridges, Retro Robot sings Natural Woman, as we've discussed. Roque got it just at the very end there. And then Blue Penguin. Another one. Right up there for me, Blue Penguin, the Bedazzled Unicorn, and Magic Monster. I'm stumped as all Pavlovas.
Last Great Mysteries.
Yeah.
Played a little bit for I Hear. Did you have any thoughts on who you thought the Blue Penguin was?
No.
That's an emphatic, thoughtful
Yeah.
no.
Beautiful voice, though.
Yeah.
Igloo renovation skills.
I know. That really threw me.
Webbed feet.
Bees in the tree. Someone suggested Brie.
And said that
Thompson.
Brie had webbed feet. And I was like, I want to know about that.
Yeah.
Did you know about that?
What?
Brie Thomas has webbed feet, apparently.
Really?
Maybe that's why she's a host and not a competitor on Treasure Island, because she would have an extreme unfair advantage.
Oh, and the
She's got
swimming
webbed feet.
challenges.
Yeah.
Is it?
Okay, other clues, artistic, bees in the trees, walking the talk, and something about my huddle tweeting something.
You won't find me tweeting about it.
No, something about it. I don't know.
Annie Crummer.
Have no idea at all. At all.
Definitely not any crumble. But also, I don't have any alternatives. to
What
come
about
up with,
Take Me
so-
Cross?
Definitely not.
Hang on, did you feel sick and vomit while you were watching? A little bit?
Little bit.
Tina Cross. My money's on Tina Cross.
Do you find it hard staying optimistic with all the financial news in the media? I'm Bernard Hickey, and on my podcast, When the Facts Change, I'm here to help you navigate the ever-changing landscape of economics in Aotearoa. So join the conversation every Friday on When the Facts Change, brought to you by the Spin-Off Podcast Network in partnership with KiwiBet.
Kia ora, this is Toby Manhire, here to urge you to tune in to Gone by Lunchtime, a podcast with me, Annabelle Lee Mather and Ben Thomas, tackling the world of New Zealand politics, from policy to polling, from scandal to psychodrama. Listen to Gone by Lunchtime, brought to you by the Spin-Off Podcast Network, wherever good pods are sold.
Kia ora, I'm Duncan Grieve, founder of The Spin-Off. You can help us keep all of The Spin-Off's award-winning journalism free for everybody by becoming a member today at thespinoff.co.nz/donate.
Shall we move on to the block?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay, this is not going to take long because I don't think any of us watched the full week.
Nope.
Duncan?
I watched almost half the week.
That's quite good for you.
Bloody oath.
And you've watched Masked Singer.
Yeah.
Well
I was
done.
good boy. Good
And
boy.
you read the Below Deck recap?
Well, I didn't actually. I looked it up. I couldn't find it.
I couldn't find it.
So we start off, what I did was watched the room reveal from the beginning that they left us on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
And then I watched most of the last episode.
The actual the start of the first episode was cracking.
It was cracking.
I didn't watch it.
Oh, let me explain to you what happened. It was master bedroom. Last week we were so bored. Is that the word? We didn't care about the room reveal. We didn't talk about it at all. But what happened was that we were on a cliffhanger. Marie and James and Adam and Stacey were quite close, and there were a bunch of game changers in play. So Marie and James paid $3,500 for Ben and Quinn's -1, so they could apply that to Adam and Stacey.
Ben was so cool.
So
like
cool.
he just understands markets in the worst way. Like taking advantage of the $10,000, the sheer desperation of Marie and James to get the win, and Adam and Stacey's just general kind of edge vibe, and just magicked himself like a real decent, or his team, a real decent share of the winnings.
And still with somehow doing it without seeming like a dick as well.
Just seeming like a freaking business legend. The only thing I would critique is that flipping on that undo for just $500, either give it away and seem like magnanimous and generate some goodwill as well as $3,500, or hang on to it, because the previous week, like just the next week, if he'd been able to flip and undo then, it could potentially have been the win.
Yeah, I think he was. I don't know. I was feeling pretty bad for Marie and James. So what happened was that they basically auctioned up, and Adam and Stacey inflated the price. That Marie and James got into a point where they were so far in it that they had to keep going to try and win at least some money. So they offered up $3,500 for this -1. And then Ben pulls out an undo and was like, does anyone...
Well, no,
Then Adam and
because
Stacey pulled out
another -1 and just kind of basically reversed it.
No, it was a deflect.
A deflect.
A deflect.
So
So they deflected
incredible. Bam.
back onto Marie and James.
So instead of being up 1, they were down 1.
And with $3,500 grand worse off for it. Then Ben pulls out an undo
Oh my god!
and sells it to Maria and James for $500.
So they can undo the deflect.
Yes.
Whoa! That does sound cracking.
It was cracking.
So did the -1 still get applied?
Well, see, that's what I don't think it did.
No, it should have.
Well, it should have. If it's an undo, then you're undoing the deflection, so the -1 should return to sender. I think we need to write
And then they would.
They need to do over the whole block because it's the butterfly effect.
It is.
Sorry,
you know about that.
I'd love the butterfly effect.
I only just realised that. Anyway, the upshot is that Stacey and Adam won.
No.
Oh.
Maria and James won.
Maria and James won. Sorry.
Close though.
So their undo undid everything when it shouldn't have.
No, it just basically undid the deflect. It undid the -1, but it should have undone the deflection, which should have sent the -1 back.
Yeah, it should have just undone the last play. Or,
Yes.
Yes. So that's, anyway.
Man, this is almost like a
Do people
sports
ever?
pod.
Someone could make you know how in Survivor they make fake idols. Do you reckon on the block you could pull out just a piece of paper you had written, "I'm cool" +2 on it?
I mean, I'd like to think someone in production was tracking where the game changers were, but maybe
Pretty
not.
chaotic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you've been inside the sausage, so to speak.
I've been in those
Pretty sure that's the saying.
There's quite a lot of spit when you said that as well.
Okay, then we go into
Happy birthday.
into garage and laundry week. And when we say garage and laundry, it's just washing machine and dryer inside the garage. Very, very small garages.
Tiny garages.
I didn't watch the in-between episode or anything, but from the previously on the Block NZ, I figured out that Ben fucked up some tiles and tried to hang a dryer and it wasn't going to work. Adam won a game changer knocking a golf ball off a tee, and that's all I've got. And then Jason's wearing a kilt. That's kind of the summary of the week.
A leather kilt.
Is it leather?
He was wearing a leather for the room reveals.
Leather.
Maybe this was another kilt.
No, that's the one. That's the one.
I don't think Jason settles for pleather.
No.
No, but he's a very eco guy because he takes care to note that it's good they have electric car charging facilities and a solar battery in every
This
single
is
one.
future-proofed.
Isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing? They all thought of it. All on their own.
It's really cool. They
All
think
the
of it
same
every
brand.
year.
Yeah.
Not to rip into Jason's fashion, but his glasses did look like the 3D IMAX glasses that you used to wear when you go and watch Avatar and Co.
Someone brought up in the corner recently, KFC ran a promotion. I think it was Wayne who brought it up. He's doing some great work in the corner, by the way. I just want to say.
As always.
As always.
Respect the mayor.
But I feel like he's really on stride at the moment. He talked about KFC many years ago ran a promotion where you got the 3D glasses and then you watched like a guerrilla film at home with your 3D glasses on your own normal TV. And it was so shit.
Oh.
And that was a memory that I had, but didn't know I had it until Wayne brought it up in the corner.
Amazing.
And so there's all the cornies like, yes, I remember. Well, not all of them, just the ones of a certain age.
We did a 3D magazine cover at Real Groove. It's crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah, but you actually did it in 3D, which I feel like the 3D TV thing didn't work. Was
Right.
that Mint Chicks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We which had 3D glasses on it. It was so cool. Had a
We
terrible
should do a
cover
3D.
line, though.
We should do a 3D pod.
One of my big regrets was just giving in to the publisher's idea of what the cover line should be.
What was it?
I don't want to say it.
Say
What was it?
Are you looking at NZ's best band? It's just like, well, it's one of the, what's that? There's some kind of rule where the answer is no if there's a question in a headline. But it's just, I guess there was the looking at thing, which was to do with the. But I was like, we could do better than this.
I love it. Love a pun.
Do over.
Do over
It still gnaws at me literally 15 years later.
You know what? You missed my great idea of a 3D pod there. So
Whoa.
stock up on your glasses.
No, like smell vision.
Yeah. Oh, you don't want to spit our pod.
And
spit vision.
Spit vision. I've been to a Shrek thing that was
yeah,
like that.
same.
And
Gold Coast. How good! I'm going there so soon. I'm going to go back.
Shrek vision.
Well, I'm going to Goldie, and why else would I be going to Goldie?
Yeah.
First time I've left New Zealand in 3 years. 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 Where else would you go?
Holy moly.
If you don't know what that is,
You go to Holy Moly,
it's
Melbourne.
a 4D cinematic experience.
I think it's 5D.
I don't know, there's so many
I think
Ds.
it's 5D.
A lot of
It's-
Ds.
Because you've got the three normal
Ds
Ds.
everywhere.
Because
You
then,
can't move
then
for
it
Ds.
shakes you,
And
then
there's
it
rats
spits
that
at
come
you.
up. It goes poo poo poo, and you think there's rats running around.
And it spits
That
in
might
your
be
face.
7D. I think it's not crazy to imagine that it's 7D.
Yeah.
And smell and water. That's a D.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you guys don't know what the Ds are, but that's fine. That's fine. Anyway, back to the garage. Much less exciting than the Shrek 7D experience.
I can't believe we've all done that. We've never. There's like nothing new to discover
crazy.
here.
I was listening to
most
an
of the
old
time.
pod the other day, and it was the one where, Alex, you brought up how one time you fished out a human poo.
From Kaiwi Lakes.
And I think at the time, and it's still to this day, I'm like, how did we know each other for so long and talk about poo so much, and particularly Code Browns, and you hadn't told us until that point?
Yeah, especially Code Browns in pools. Like, and what is Kaiwi Lakes if not
big
nature's
pool.
greatest pool?
So it is a rare event when we
It was
do this.
white though. It wasn't. It was. It
Oh,
had
like a
white.
fossilised one.
New information all
Yeah.
the time. Oh my god!
It's also quite acceptable.
Get it to Papa, I say. But yeah, so when we do come across something that we don't know about each other and something like this, it's actually a very magical moment. So
Celebrate.
Especially that.
You've witnessed something
Shrek
here.
7D. Hey,
Yep.
do we go through the couples one by one? Is that how this
well,
works?
it's going to be real quick. Chloe and Ben have a projector worth $13,000, which seems a lot. Surely you can get a projector.
Especially,
for
and it looked like rank.
I see things you can plug into your telephone to make
Yeah.
the telly come up.
Something else I discovered you can do. I don't know if this will apply to you, Alex, because I'm not sure if you existed when they had like films in cameras.
Yeah.
She's the filmist.
Okay, sorry. There are apps that you can get that you can put your films and you can take photos of them, and they come up with like a
like
not
a
great quality photo.
film's in.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Not that kind of
cool.
film. I mean, like
Yeah.
camera
Negatives.
negatives.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So you get your negative.
Yeah.
And
Hold
you
it
use
out in front of your phone with this app, and then you go to a website that gives you a brightness screen, and you hold it up against the screen, and you put your phone up, and then it does a magic thing, and then you've got a digital copy of your photo.
Oh, okay. I thought it was something
That's
else.
brilliant.
I
It
thought
is
it was
brilliant,
like
Duncan.
it's brilliant. But I thought it was like you could hold your phone up against like any film at any time, and it would be like film Zam. You know, like Shazam just knows what the song is.
Oh my God, you should. That's probably actually a thing. Like, I know we sometimes joke about copyright, but that you should quickly
But the
do
thing is,
that.
I feel like you know what movie you're watching when you're watching a movie. It's not like just like a
When do
random.
you stumble upon a movie?
Yeah.
Oh, when you go around to visit some friends and all the flat are sitting around watching. And
What are
they're
you
You
guys
don't wanna
watching?
ask
You
me.
don't
What are you guys
wanna ask
watching?
me. Yeah.
Shush. Oh, I know. I'll use film Zam.
Get my phone out and I'll film the screen.
Copyright the smash. Don't.
No one will
That's
notice.
public domain.
What it should
Get
be is also
amongst.
built into your like Google Glass, so you don't have to get your phone. You can just go like this and press the side of your
Like you're Dr. Evil.
Dr. Evil.
Oh my God.
And then you don't have to embarrass yourself.
It's Austin Powers. That's what I'm watching.
Chloe and Ben's garage, not actually all that exciting. Quinn and Ben,
Oh,
lots of...
no. We can't just blast through.
Yeah, we
Ben
can.
almost never wore a shirt in
Hang
this
on.
episode.
Look at this, he's got notes printed
Yeah, I
out,
don't know.
everything.
Wow.
No wonder he wants to drag through
Those
it.
look like poems.
Yeah, it is. Lots of topless Ben action. You know?
Yeah,
And now is this Ben moustache? Ben no moustache.
Ben missed it.
Yeah, Ben moustache. Chloe and Ben.
Did he have a shirt off?
Almost constantly.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Why are you looking at me like that?
I didn't watch it, so I don't know.
Oh, well, that's what happened.
Okay, thank you.
I want to know about. They were very nervous about this washer dryer combo.
Yeah.
Built in one. Is that something that people are afraid of as someone who's looking to purchase a washer dryer combo potentially?
They tend to be considered that they do one of the two things well and the other thing sort of not that well.
I mean, yeah. Look, I do use the dryer. I know that makes me a bad human being.
Whoa. I don't even know if I can do a podcast with you.
But I like to be able to sometimes have both going at the same time.
Like your what's her name in the laundry on below deck?
Yes,
Keeping
yeah.
it rolling.
Not Magda.
not Magda.
Taylor. Taylor or Toomey. Probably not Taylor either, actually.
No.
But that's
Toomey.
spoiler alert. No, I think if you can get both.
Go for both still.
If you've got
the technology's not there yet, is that what you're saying?
Technology might not be there yet, but also if someone has a vommy and you need to wash and dry.
And they do,
you know, or a
frequently in my
poo or
house.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it you?
Huh?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, can we move on to Quinn and Ben now? Or do you have more to say? Okay.
No, that's
Quinn and
fine.
Ben, lots of weights, lots of a rack.
He was smashing out 60 kg squats like it was nothing. I was impressed.
Yes, I know. That's impressive, is it? Yes. Okay.
Well, it was just the speed. Like when Mark was counting down, he was just bashing out like it was
They
nothing.
are fitness freaks, though, those two.
Are
That's,
they?
Yeah, that's their thing. I think they, like when they were doing, remember they were doing little workouts with everyone and...
Yeah, I think...
And when they were doing the
trainer,
smashing thing, they were talking a lot about how, like, they had the advantage because all the other teams were freaked out about Ben and Quinn because they're such legends.
Such base. The other thing was, I mean, that was just a lot of really expensive gym gear, which I don't know how many people want to do, like literal weightlifting.
I do.
Yeah.
I do, and I have no interest in it.
So it would be.
I think it's a mass appeal.
So even if you're not into it,
Yeah.
the idea that you have like mean gears.
Yeah, because everyone wants to think that
aspirational.
it's exactly right.
Well, yeah, actually be like, cool, got some
I would
squat
prefer
rack.
the projector and the beanbags.
No, I don't want to sit in a garage on a beanbag really fucking close. Again, all of their screens far too close to the viewing
It's like
area.
IMAX. It is like
Smell
IMAX,
vision, yeah.
isn't it? To the human eye, if you sit close to that, is that not the same as sitting in the front of IMAX?
Yeah, which is horrible. I saw the Rolling Stones live performance thing. Well, it wasn't them; it was on the screen, but it was them on the screen. And I was sitting right at the front because I got there late, and I had to like look around the screen, and I got so motion sick, bloody trying to follow Mick Jagger around. And not even all of them at once. I could only focus on like his thigh or his foot. I was very careful where I put my eyes down. You know, like my head's like moving
You're all over the
around.
shop, yeah.
So think twice. 13K though, so much on a projector.
I don't know if I'd use all those weights. I don't know if in my house. I don't know.
But
Maybe I could rent them out.
You could attract a muscly man, a woman.
Or a PT, like a PT could pay to use your garage as an office.
That's thinking. Earn money,
That's
pay
what
the
I
mortgage.
do. That's what I do.
Great. It looks lovely, I think, the garage. Adam and Stacey had double laundry space as a parent and a fan of being able to wash vomity sheets. Nice to have a bench top that covers both.
Great wet area.
Great wet area. Beautiful wet area.
So some of the shit they say over and over is very funny. Jason described every sponsored product as fantastic. Like, if you go back and listen, you do a supercut. That's the only adjective.
It's a lot of shit in their laundry, in their garage.
Yeah, it was like, I saved money by filling it up with opshop
rubbish.
tabs. Like, I don't think you needed any of that
And she
stuff.
painted that crappy old bike the blue.
Oh, just there was like a ride-on toy, and there was a dog's bed with a hedgehog on it, and it was a hot mess. It's not like their style at all, but they did have some lovely hanging rack stuff. Was it them who had that?
Gladiator stuff.
Gladiator. And that's why Jason gave them the one.
Yeah.
It was like an endorsement of his own taste. One thing I would say, I mean, love Stacey all the time. She's not got a voice anymore, probably forever. But when she described Wolfie as a well of knowledge rather than a wealth of knowledge, and then just was like, that's fine. Also, that's an eggcorn.
It's an eggcorn.
So, improved on the phrase, totally works.
Yeah.
It's a pure eggcorn. So no, she was just like, no, I'm not redoing it. I'm not embarrassed. I'm cool.
And then she said, everybody has those days.
Yeah.
Montana reference. Perfect person.
She's so
Perfect
great.
Person.
And actually,
Can drive like a freaking ninja. That was amazing, that footage of her absolutely slaying in a Suzuki Swift.
Marie and James, this is just absolutely nothing. They had a TV on the wall, but then seating for the TV under the TV. And so if you want to talk about bad viewing experience,
Well,
that's
You
right up
sit
there.
on the chair and you put a mirror.
Yeah. Lots of bulky storage, and you could not fit a car in. So that's dumb. And they didn't score very well, did they?
What did you think of Marie's squats?
She said that she could squat 100.
What?
That's good, right?
That's
real
really a
good.
lot.
Like one rep.
Well, even if it's one rep max,
That's still a lot.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's really, I mean, but I sort of believe her as well. She said it very confidently.
Oh, I mean,
It's totally plausible.
they're not liars, those two.
No.
That's not part of who they are.
No, so it was boring. I for a minute, I thought that the whole auction at the start might be the beginnings of some tension, but it just doesn't seem to be there.
Hey, I have a question. Is Dinner Wars even happening this season? Because I haven't seen it promoted at any point in it, like coming up this season or anything like that.
COVID, maybe.
Do they normally need a kitchen to do Dinner Wars?
No, they
How do
normally
they
just
cook?
cook in it. And well, in fact, we haven't seen any of them preparing food anywhere at all. Like normally there's a tent.
Deliver easy, that's why.
Yeah. Maybe you should war with what's the best Deliver Easy you can order.
That's my kind of Dinner Wars.
And they've got Katy Perry as the spokes.
What, Deliver Easy in NZ?
Yeah.
Katy Perry. The
I think
Katy
so.
Perry.
The Katy
not
Perry.
Menu Log.
And it's
I
an
think you're
NZ.
thinking about menu log.
I'm thinking
Log.
about Menu Log.
Hey, that's the kind of thing that I always do. Thanks.
You guys are really spot rolls this week. He's organised with his notes. You're fucking everything
Saying
up.
everything weird.
Anyway, Adam and Stacey play -1 on Quinn and Ben. Adam and Stacey win it. There's some funny maths that goes on live in Ben's head at the end there when he's like, oh, well, even if we had undone the -1, we wouldn't have...
Oh, and he was wrong.
And he was wrong. The producer was like, no, you would have won. And then he's like, oh.
Yeah.
Kitchen and Dining Week now. Weirdly, we've started this halfway through the last episode. It's just bizarre.
It's crazy.
What was it?
But
Yeah.
Lisa of Lisa and Ribs fame.
Yeah.
is
nice.
back on the block. For
She's got a friend.
Strangest friendship ever. But I love it.
Or maybe it's fine.
Because Thingy was her maid of honour, wasn't she?
Stacey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Imagine if Thingy was her wife. That shit would be crazy.
Honestly, I think that would surprise me less than Stacey being her maid of honour. So, yeah, they're very, very close. And we had a flashback. Sorry, I've put a jelly snake in my mouth. A lolly. We had a flashback to Stacey playing like marriage counsellor between Ribs and
That's
Lisa having a
right.
standoff, like standing about 1.5 meters, like not even proper social distancing, away from each other, not talking to each other, but staring at each other dead in the eyes, and Stacey trying to make it all nice and just going, I think we just need more communication.
It was amazing all performance from all three. Like,
Yeah.
That's,
They were proper mad at each
they were.
other. Like, it was-
And they were not wanting the civilian to come into the blast zone.
And I forgot that Lisa and Ribs won that year.
that's crazy.
That doesn't make any sense. You know what? Because it was 2019, and we just were like, write that shit off.
Everything was different. We were just building up to the moment of chaos where
Yeah.
everything changed. Remember how Ribs, A, is called Ribs.
Right? That is wild. And we were
And we're
like,
just
I guess
like,
it's
okay.
fine. I guess that's your name.
Sure,
Rib-
Mrs.
with it-
Mr.
oh, and
Ribs.
it's got a Z.
It's got a Z.
Oh, yeah, of course. Like the band.
Speaking of, no.
Would you like a Belfie?
Have you had any feedback from Zed?
No feedback from Zed. Weird, they've blocked me.
How will they get their Belfies now?
Who knows? That's it for that. That's it for that podcast. Actually, I was about to say for the episode, but for the show that week. And yes, Alex Casey with your hand
Did
in the air.
you notice the way that Peter Wolfkamp kissed Lisa's
Yes,
hand?
yeah. Right.
It was so tender.
It was really tender.
Okay, it was tender, but it was also she was starting to walk away, and it was almost like he was going for a kiss on the cheek, but she'd half gone, and so he got the back of her head near her
It was
ponytail.
like Pope vibes, you know?
Very much reminded me of that incident I've spoken of many times when I went to go in for a hug with my brother-in-law. Very reserved guy, not a hugger. And I went to give him a kiss on the cheek, and he was pulling out at the hug at the same time, and I kissed his neck. Kissing the neck.
I thought you were going to go lips then.
I think neck worse.
Might be.
Neck is very
Some people
intimate.
do the
There's
lips
Mills and
kiss.
Bone.
Yeah.
And to this day, we high five.
Is that why you tried to high five Simon?
That's why I tried to high five Simon, but I just didn't want to accidentally kiss him on the neck.
I wonder if we could get someone, or would this be immoral to do a sort of Mills and Bone style Mills and Bone style fanfic about forbidden love between Lisa and Wolfie?
Oh my god. We've got comics in the... what? Alex, what?
Who did their poem? We forgot to do our poems.
We did.
No, but hold on. I don't think I did. I think it's the first thing I did when I got out of the pod.
Oh my god.
Last week.
I wrote some notes, but I didn't actually
Well,
deliver.
you could just do your sort of jazz scat style, Jane.
Yeah.
Huge scat head.
Okay, Alex, have you found it?
No.
Okay.
That was last week, right?
It was,
Yeah,
it was last week.
Oh my god.
Okay. Have you got yours? I've got mine.
I've got mine.
Okay, I feel like yours is going to be better, so shall I do mine first? Because
Me and I here are the judges.
it's
by the way.
completely incomplete in that.
Okay.
I'm going to read it exactly as it is, all right?
Yeah.
Wolf camp, lamp, damp, champ. Quinn, win, thin. Luigi, Fiji, squeegee. BG, brothers Gib, jib, inhib, itid, adlib, defrib, mocha, not from Starbucks. Hate it.
Oh my god.
I don't even know what half that means.
Poet laureate, Jane, yay.
Rhymezone.com.
I liked Brothers Gib, Jib.
I know, that was...
But it also came off the back of BG from Squeegee.
Yeah.
You know?
That's amazing.
Yeah, that was...
That's
You were
incredible.
flying,
Thank you.
man.
That was
Okay.
beautiful.
Okay, Alex.
Okay.
Liz. I also just want to point out the convention for slam poetry is supposed to snap.
Oh, my bad.
you're not supposed
my
to
bad.
snap.
Snaps for Jane.
Are you a slam head?
I don't know how to click my fingers, so you're just going to have to do them for me. I'll
But
give you the eye.
you don't know how to snap your fingers.
Well, I've been trying for many years, but I think it's just at this point in my career, it's not going to happen for
Go
me.
now?
Oh my god, Reza, it's really not going to happen for you. That's... Can you flee your nostrils?
Oh, no, but Vivian can.
One of the funniest things is watching someone who can't flee their nostrils try to flee their nostrils because just
Are you
nothing,
trying right
Don't
now?
look at
just
me,
nothing
no.
changes.
I don't want you to look at my
Can
face.
you do it, Jane?
Duncan's just not moving at all. Yeah, we can.
No, I don't.
Wow. Can't click, can't flare.
What else can't he do? All right, Alex, stop trying to avoid the question.
Okay. So I would just like to give you some context. This was off the hot reveal on The Masked Singer last week. So I was in that zone still when we
Okay.
came out of that pod.
Okay.
Because remember that really usurped everything.
Okay, slam it, baby.
For 7 weeks now. Slam it, baby.
I know. Clip that.
This is a filthy pod. Jelly snake in my mouth.
I know.
Okay. For 7 weeks now, we've been watching The Block, only for everything to be usurped by Sir Michael Havoc. Turns out Shaggy Sheepdog was not Jason Gunn, but the man who once wore his hair in a bun. Lead singer of Push Push, but we were tripping. Didn't listen to Joe when he decided to chip in. Forgot to talk about the rooms, the paint, or the score, because we were so shocked by the man loathed by gore. He spoke of his mask collection and touring with Anika, and Duncan wondered how a sheepdog could speak her. Unbelievable to think it did not make front page news. Boy, if only the Herald used the real pod as their muse. One thing's for sure, there was a huge moment on our TV. That is, of course, until the unicorn is revealed as Jane Yu.
I have got spit all over the pod table.
Jesus.
I'm cracking up too hard.
The
There
real
you
poet.
go. The real poet.
I know that I hear and Duncan, you are the judges, but I am conceding at this point. I'm taking myself out of the ring. I'm not even competing.
They're almost like different genres.
They're different.
Yours
They're
was more like a
different
sea
genres.
shanty.
It was a ballad. It was like a narrative ballad.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mine was just a list of words.
No, it was Scatman John.
It was jazz.
Now you can see I was going to
Scatman Jane.
I was going to do something with it. I was going to tie it all together in proper sentences.
Oh,
I
it was going to be.
I got busy.
I like it. I like it
I like to
that.
show you
got
working.
busy on TikTok. That's what happened. Anyway, that now is our show for the week. So
That's it.
We'll be back tomorrow with some
Pretty good show.
Below Deck Down Under, and then we've next week. Is,
Oh, what about we don't talk about Bake Off.
oh
Oh my god.
I forgot it was on.
Everyone did.
delicious show.
All the judges go is that's tasty.
Yeah, I think they've got to come
That's
into their
nice.
own. They've got to come into their own. They're too
Why is
nice
the
at
cake
the moment.
wearing a raincoat?
It's raining out
the
there
time.
inside. Yeah.
Not my not my fly show.
And on that
That's
note,
so funny.
join us next week for more 30-second reviews of Bake Off. All right.
Are you curious about how business can be better? I'm Simon Pound, and I host Business is Boring, a podcast where I kōrero with some of the most interesting people in entrepreneurship, commerce, and making things happen. Tune in to Business is Boring every Tuesday, brought to you by the Spin-Off Podcast Network in partnership with Spark Business Lab.
Kia ora, I'm Alex Casey, Senior Writer at The Spin-Off. We wouldn't exist without the ongoing support of our generous members. If you're able to, you can make a donation at thespinoff.co.nz/donate.
The Spin-Off Podcast Network.